thank you so much to the organizers of this for including me here today to share about what we do. As I was listening to all the videos, it occurred to me that I'm only here speaking to you today because of one thing. Both my grandmothers were married at the age of 12, and my parents had the good fortune of having an education, and that's what saved me. Alas, this was not the experience of many of my cousins. So I work in mostly in Nigeria, but across the Sahel and in the Lake Chad. And we work with a Global Survivors Fund who has been a partner for us in this journey. We work a lot with young girls and some boys who are coming out of conflict. This is the Boko Haram Islamic State, West Africa province conflict. So nearly all the people that we work with have some association with these terrorist groups. Usually they would have been kidnapped and lived with them for some years. The work that we do is mainly in education, because we found that education has provided a pathway to self-actualization for these girls, but it's also prevented child marriage. And I know this for a fact because in our program, we can only take one girl per family, and a lot of the other girls that don't join our program end up in early marriages. What people don't sometimes realize is that early marriage is exacerbated by conflict. So when people are living in conflict environments, there's such a lot of insecurity, and there's also a lot of socioeconomic hardship that poverty induces. So we see so many parents that are marrying off their children because of these two twin things. So we've seen an uptick of early child marriage because of this 2 decades-long insurgency that we've been contending with. But today we're talking about solutions. So what are we doing in terms of solutions? We have created a school. It's in the Northeast, and the school brings many things together. We've developed our own curriculum, which is a values-based curriculum, because in conflict, values get eroded. We heard about trauma, so trauma is a big part of what we do. We treat the children's trauma, and then we provide them with an accelerated learning model. And what we found is that in the years that we've been doing this, we've been able to take girls who have been associated with conflict, suffered conflict-related sexual-based violence, and in 7 years, we've been able to get the first set to university. So these are girls with zero education. And in this year, we've got another set of 31 that are going to university. What has that told? Thank you. So what has that told us? I think what it has told us is that this model can be expanded, it can be escalated, and together with Global Survivors Fund, we spent the last year actually working on a coalition. This is a global coalition to escalate this model and working with governments to also pass laws to make education a form of reparation. This coalition brings together 2 disciplines: education and mental health, because all these girls are severely traumatized. Without bringing these 2 disciplines together, it's very difficult to enact programs at scale, especially as there's such a dearth of mental health providers. So to finish, what I would say is that my call is for all of us to join this coalition to make sure that these girls have the best possible chance, and so that someday these girls could be the ones standing here before you, not as victims, but as lawyers, as doctors, as survivors, and as advocates. Thank you so much.